The Call of Duty cycle is one of the most vicious cycles in gaming. Every year, like clockwork, a new COD drops. We get hyped, we grind it, we complain, and then the whole cycle resets 12 months later. But what if we could actually break that cycle? I'm Kei Tarro, your FPS VTuber connoisseur, and today we're going to go over 3 ways that we can stop the infamous COD cycle. First up, one major important way to break the COD cycle is something we as a gaming community need to do, and that's to look outside the COD bubble. Now, COD is fun, don't get me wrong, but when it's the only multiplayer FPS we're playing, we basically hand the industry no reason to innovate. So here's what we can do. We need to try out other types of FPS games. One of the first games that's going to really help with this is Battlefield. It has huge maps, vehicles, and large-scale destruction. And if you crave the small-scale combat of COD, there's close quarters mode that scratches that COD itch, such as King of the Hill, Domination, Team Deathmatch, and more. And if you're a Warzone player, you also got RedSec. And another game you guys should definitely be looking into is the Finals. It's fast-paced, it's very movement-heavy, and it has team-based chaos with full building destruction. It has a variety of modes for different types of COD players. So if you do like the 5v5 action, you can definitely play some team deathmatch or power shift. For those that like the squad-based Warzone style gameplay, you got quick cash and cash out, especially for you Warzone peeps that like plunder a lot. The Finals is made by former Battlefield devs, and this game is taken with such great care. The devs listen to community feedback and are always interacting with the community on social media. Playing these games shows developers that we want variety, and it takes pressure off COD being your yearly FPS fix. The next thing that needs to be done is something that Activision needs to do on their end, and that's to stop releasing Call of Duty every single year and do it every few years instead. A new Call of Duty every year is burning out the players and the dev teams. And a slower release cycle every other year or even every 3 years would give devs time to innovate so they can push out new and meaningful features just like the HQ in COD World War II, the Pick 10 system in Black Ops 2, or even combat pacing in Vanguard. It'll help improve stability at launch. Call of Duty, especially on PC, has been known to have buggy launches. It's met with optimization problems and crashes, especially since they make these games for previous generations. And finally, it's gonna prevent the community from feeling fatigued. Look, a new COD every year is tiring. We never get room to breathe, let alone enjoy the new COD game for a long lifetime. Just take a look at other FPS franchises. Battlefield takes longer between releases. Halo takes even longer. And while they have their own issues, those games at least have breathing room to grow instead of being thrown into the yearly hype machine. A 2-year or even 3-year cycle would make COD drops feel special again, instead of, oh cool, another one. And finally, a solution that a lot of people overlook. COD Mobile. I'm not joking. COD Mobile is, first of all, free, so you don't have to pay $70 a year for the new game. It's regularly updated, so you don't have to keep worrying about waiting for a new refresh every year. There's always going to be new content around the corner. It's loaded with classic maps, so you're going to see all the classics from the old Modern Warfare and the old Black Ops, and they'll even sprinkle in some maps from the newer generation CODs as well. So no matter what, new gen and old gen players are gonna love this. And it's supported with modes that people actually enjoy. Like you're gonna get the classic old TDM, Domination, Hardpoint, and especially Search and Destroy. They'll even throw in some LTMs, which are modes from previous COD games, such as Uplink from Black Ops 3. And the best thing is, in my opinion, it's more fun than half the recent mainline releases. And that's because it just sticks to a set of particular mechanics and just builds upon it, instead of coming out with new mechanics every year that change the flow of the game. Because no way we just went from slide canceling and movement in Vanguard to having very slow methodical movement in Modern Warfare 2 the year later. So if you want your COD fix without jumping into another yearly $70 product, COD Mobile is the chill, low-pressure alternative. It's Call of Duty, but without being trapped in the cycle of hype, frustration, and burnout. So, if we're gonna stop the COD cycle, we need to play other multiplayer FPS games, push for longer development cycles, and use COD Mobile as a low-stress alternative. Breaking the cycle is gonna start with us, because if we show the industry we want better, they're gonna give better. And there will be a lot of pressure on Activision to make sure they do better. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. But I want to ask you guys, what do you think is the biggest reason the Call of Duty cycle keeps repeating? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time.